everybody?
No, you did just do the old Pat McKinnison.
Peter.
Or Peter, whatever.
Peter McKinnon. You're close.
Okay.
Wrong, different Irish guy.
There you go. Different guy.
What's you still got something going on in the background?
No. Uh-oh, what'd you do?
You need to turn us down. What'd you do?
What'd you do?
I'm hearing ourselves. What do you got it on?
Oh, you know what it is? It's the old network. There you go.
All right.
Sorry. Monitoring two different channels at one time. Sorry about that.
Okay. All right. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Corey Pratt.
I'm Chris Ruck.
And this
is Craving Cars.
Craving Cars.
We're going to do that in parallel?
Keep us craving. I get it. What? Oh, never mind. I don't know what they're saying. I'm sorry. I'm already going to the chat. No, get away from chat. Thanks for everybody joining the chat. By the way, if you're here, put something in there. Put a little wave. Put a little something. You know, let's just let's be part of this. If you're not watching this live, you know, why not? So, anyways,
if not, you can watch us later.
Yeah, you can watch us later and leave some stuff in the comments and like, share, and subscribe. Actually, yeah, you subscribe to the channel, then you can catch it live next time. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And a little thank you to some other people.
All of our sponsors, right down there.
You see it right there?
See them down here, bottom row.
I'm going to point one really important one out because it has to do with the show today, and that is Uncorked. What? Oh wait, We Are Warriors. No wait, We Are Warriors Apparel.
That's not it at all.
Timely delivery service. No wait. Oh, Richline. Thank you for Richline. Richline here. No. What is it again?
The one, the only.
Oh, hey, we are live here in Auto Beauty Center Studios.
Yep. Thanks.
That's one. I got it right?
Oh, yep. You got one out of 7.
Flying H Dragstrip. Hey.
That's right.
There we go. More on that later because we have a special guest today that's gonna talk a little bit about that.
Answer questions. Talk about what's been going on for the last year.
We just met them yesterday. Some guy outside.
It's always a great time.
Down the road.
Always a great time. Big shout out to everybody online, by the way. Thanks for joining early. Appreciate you guys chiming in. We got a lot to talk about tonight. What are we starting off with?
It's a fun-filled show.
Let's go.
How are you?
I'm good.
What you been doing since the big event of Boost and Barbecue that we'll mention a little bit later?
You know, I've been doing some photography stuff. I've been doing some editing, and that's about it. I'm overloaded with editing, that kind of thing.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
That's good. Thank God.
That's it. It's just you.
We're going. Hey, I'm going to give a little shout to a thing that we're going to do. So it may, I'm not sure how many more episodes it'll be before we get to it, but it will be the last episode we do, more likely the last episode of this year.
Year-end event.
It'll be next month.
Yeah.
It'll be a year-end event. Yep. But I need to know, guys, we got a big thing we're talking about, the dumbest cars ever made.
That's right.
So please let us know.
Comment on the videos.
Comment in the comment section.
That's right.
You can put in the chat too, but comment in the comment section,
yeah.
And we can count how many people mentioned Malibu.
Yeah. None. Except you.
Just your Malibu, really. All the rest of them are cool. Here's the only, no. So yeah, we need to know. And actually we got our own list and we want to put a viewers list together and see what you guys think. So
yep. So
that's
put
the
them
reason for it.
Best way is we can get them from both, but put them in the comments of the shows. We're going to go through and check all the comments. Dumbest cars, stupidest cars, whatever. Whatever year you think they just made something stupid, where they went from something very good.
Give us a very basic reason why it was the dumbest.
Yeah.
Like maybe you just didn't like the way it looked.
Or maybe they went from something very good to something completely stupid.
They don't do that. Manufacturers don't do that.
Yeah, like
unless they make
like
go from
Ford
like
products.
cool Malibu to a stupid Malibu.
Ford products typically go down that road. To be honest, I'm sorry.
Well, how do you get stupid from something that's already dumb? Oh, I'm going to get ridiculed by the Ford guys on that one. I kid.
One of our fans is just going to get pissed off.
Yeah, one of our fans is going to get mad. Sorry to that one guy. No, I kid. There are some cool cars. Every manufacturer, and to me, has something that's cool, and they all have something that's probably something they should have thought about.
Yeah, they've all went down the wrong road at some point.
Yeah, they all do, except for Porsche.
All of them lately with the EV stuff. You want to talk EV?
Hey, I have an idea. What? No. Let's not do that today. Maybe later.
Okay.
Maybe later. Actually, you know what? Later we might have a subject we get into that is really cool to help counter the EV world.
I hope so. Because something needs to.
Yeah, and it's actually coming from our own backyard, from our country.
Really?
Ooh.
Okay. All right, well, let's talk about it here in a little while.
Hey, another thing. I didn't say anything to you about this, Chris, but SEMA.
Yep.
SEMA just happened. Or is it happening now? Is
It's
it
happening now.
It's right now.
Yep.
Yeah, it's happening right
Yep.
now.
Our
And so-
sponsors are there, actually. Richline's there. They
Yep.
brought, I think they brought a truckload of trucks out there.
I'm sure they got one or two of those. They're really big with the lifted trucks in SEMA.
Yeah.
We got a lot of footage from SEMA back in 2019. I haven't been back, but cool thing is we got some live SEMA stuff that's going to be coming to you this week from no, we're not there. I'm just kidding. We're here in the studios.
I wish we were there.
Yeah, we're not in Vegas. I'm sorry, guys. Maybe next year. That'd be really cool, though, wouldn't it?
We do the after show.
You want to go?
Why would we go there and shoot it all when we can just watch it on YouTube and talk about it?
Is that way? Because bars would be better to view.
The bars are
Someone
better.
else's. I mean, go back. I mean, there's a playlist. There's a from the SEMA our playlist. It's amazing. I did an awesome job,
You did, actually. That was a good video.
and it wasn't just me. It was me, myself, and I. And I usually don't deal with
I
I
know
that
all
much
three of
because
you
he's
did
an
a great
asshole.
job. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You know
Anyways,
they don't deal with I very well.
No, I had some friends there that helped out with equipment and things of that sort. So they was a big help. Stephen Miller was a big help. He was there and helped me out a lot. We walked ridiculous amount of miles every day, so it was hard carrying all the equipment around. Anyways, what do you guys think? Should we go to SEMA sometime? What would it be like if we broadcast? What if we stopped right in the middle of it and just started doing a podcast right in the middle of
Okay,
SEMA?
but let me ask you this. Do you think it's too big to do?
It was,
Unless you can afford 5 days being there, can you cover it in 2 days?
oh no, absolutely not.
No, there's a day to fly in, the day to fly out. So that's a day.
Like covering the 4-day show. No, you have to be there 4 days to cover 4 days of show.
Yeah. And could you cover it all?
I did my damnedest, and I had 3.5 days to do it in, and I did okay. But you're also constantly busy, and you just got to pick an area and stay with that for that day until you get whatever you do covered. If you and I were there, we would get enough. Are you going to get everything? No,
Of course not.
but guess what? We're going to pick our favorite things. We're going to go look at our favorite areas to go look at. We're going to cover that, and then if we have time for other stuff, that's what we do.
Unless you want to watch an 8-hour video.
That's the only way you can do it. Anybody else who's covering the whole show, actually, most people who go to SEMA that are covering the show for something, they're only covering certain subjects of stuff. Like there's overlanding people that are only covering Jeep stuff or only covering Toyota. You got the hot rod guys that are only doing the classic cars. You got the outside stuff. You got the car shows. You've got, there's people drifting there. There's all kinds of events going on. So there's not one.
It's really what
there's
you're
not
into.
one person covering the whole show, anyways.
Yeah.
Actually, the Craving Cars coverage in 2019 might be the only channel that's covered literally most of the show. Seriously.
And you can find that where?
Craving Cars on YouTube, at Craving Cars on Facebook and Instagram, and wherever you see your Craving Cars from, which is only in YouTube.
That's right.
At Craving Cars. So look us up. Google if you're confused.
Good.
What's Google? Sorry, I don't know where I'm going with that.
I don't know
All
either.
right. Hey.
I was giving you deep breath.
All right, I think this. What do you think? What do you got? What do you got anything to add about SEMA?
Nope.
Have you ever been?
Nope.
Do you want to go?
Nope.
Why not?
I lived there for a lot of years, and no thanks. It's too big.
lived in SEMA?
It is too big.
You lived in SEMA.
I lived in Vegas. It's too big.
Did you go to SEMA when you were in Vegas?
Yes.
Well, why didn't you say you? I just said you've ever been to SEMA. You said no.
Well, no, I didn't go as a.
Why are you lying?
I didn't go as a marketing person or
you
a
go to go.
podcast. I went as an individual.
How'd you get in?
It's too much.
Well, no, it's tons. Well, the thing is, it's not a car event. It's not a car show. It's a
Expo.
It's a trade show.
Yeah,
is what it is.
Yeah. It's other businesses promoting their businesses to say why you should come to us.
You're either a booth that has a business, or you're another company that's
right.
in the industry that is there to look at their businesses for your business.
I was too busy looking at the real estate agents that had booths set up. Mm-hmm. Well, that's where the money was at.
Is that what you call the models? Real estate?
There you go.
No, I thought it was cool, and I thought to myself that I will go back someday. More likely, it is not an every year thing you got to cover.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Anyways, we got some other cool things, but I say
let's get into
we
it.
bring on Eric. What do you think? Okay. We're leading up to something special.
Wrong button. There you go. There you go. Welcome to the show.
Our guest tonight. We haven't even introduced the guy. You put him on before we even introduced him.
I know, but
take it back off.
Okay.
Take it back off.
All right. Sorry.
Man, messing up over here.
And we're.
Now we got to reset all the lights and all the claps
All
and
right,
everything.
go ahead, do all that again.
Hey, tonight our guest tonight is a lovely gentleman. You may have if you've been to Flying H Dragstrip, you've heard his voice before because he's on the intercom. He's doing lots of stuff.
He's the voice of Flying H.
He is. He's lighting the tree up. He's doing all kinds of stuff for Flying H, and not to mention talking to us. So that's kind of cool.
And he does the announcements and everything else lately.
Yeah,
So
that's the mic part I was talking about. You hear him on speaker. So yeah, announcements. There it is. But anyways, we have Eric Wilson here in the house. Now you can move him. Now you can show him. No. We don't know what you're doing. We got crickets going.
I was going to say that was the most excitement I've had in a while, but that's...
There he is.
Oh, that's fantastic, guys.
If you have been following the channel and watched some more stuff, you may have recognized Eric from our World of Wheels show this year because we had him at our booth at World of Wheels, and he decided to hang out a little bit, and we chewed the fat.
Looking forward to that. Actually, next spring, I think it is later next year. I think
it is a little bit later and half the size, from my understanding.
Oh.
They got other things going on, so they don't have use of the whole convention center.
Okay.
Unfortunately. At least this is what I was told. So I don't know how that's going to work out, but I still plan on being there at one point or another. Whether I have a vehicle in there or not, I plan on being there. So
yeah. No,
it'll be okay.
I'm not sure what our plans are for that. I actually had that in my notes to talk to Scott about and see if we're going to have a presence. We thought last year that we would maybe bring the practice tree and set it up there and let people
that'd
do a
be
little
cool.
reaction time
Kind of like that little
kind of
competition they did earlier on before the drag strip was open.
Yeah,
they did a little,
exactly. Yep,
little drag tree.
Yeah, similar to that. So
event.
don't know if we'll pull that off or not, but and it's in March, I think. So that's getting close to time to burn fuel. So I don't know. We'll have to see how it fits.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Lots going on. But
all right. So Flying H Dragstrip, man.
Yeah, just come off the Boost and Barbecue, man. What an event.
Okay, so what'd you think? So now we got a new event going on. This was the inaugural. This was the first annual. Well, let's assume to be annual event. What'd you think?
You know what? I'm super excited about it. I won't comment on what Mother Nature did to us because
what are you gonna do?
I can't control the weather. If I could, I'd rule the world, right? But no, I thought it was great. I think the combination of all the things going on was fantastic. And literally, I was thinking about the barbecue teams, right? So 26 competition teams there, and I did get to partake in a little bit of some of that. That was
nice.
Oh, baby, it was really good. So, but
do you know who ended up winning that? Did we have a winner? Is that what it was?
There was.
Okay.
I don't remember who the grand champion was. I don't have results from that event.
Well, I would be very upset, but we are a car channel, not a barbecue channel, so it'd be okay. We'll get by. Guess what?
Get this
Somebody
by
won.
not liking barbecue, though.
Yeah, I know who won. It was the one that had the most delicious barbecue, probably.
I kind of thought that it was. I kind of looked at that like test and tune for this weekend, right? Because the big KC deal at the Speedway, right? This weekend, so I'm like,
right.
I think those teams are there testing, just like our race team. Some of them come in early for the event, but
there you go. You never think about it that way, do you?
Well,
like, cars aren't the only thing, and racing is not the only thing they come in and do.
Hey,
some
they can
testing
race
on,
them smokers if they want to. Just keep that cue coming up to race control.
Maybe next year they do because there's a lot of smokers that are like on a vehicle, and they do like a drag race, smoker drag race, while smoking meat.
Here you go.
What do you think? And so the burnout is really just the meat smoking.
Well, hey, I'm down with anything.
I think we're onto something here.
You might be. We need to talk over with Justin and see how that works out.
No, it was. I thought it was a fantastic event. Off to a soggy start. That was the only. If there was anything downside, right? But
the weather.
The combination of everything that you could get at one venue in essentially one day, if you came for
and it was
day.
chilly. It wasn't just rainy. A little drizzly. It was a little chilly too.
Yeah,
so.
it was a little cooler than I guess whatever normal's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But there's something for everybody. I mean, between the race action on the track, the burnout thing was ridiculous.
Oh,
I went down and had chunks of rubber thrown on me and rode all the way back on the scooter back to the tower. Walked in and Dave goes, man, you smell like smoke.
You mean like rubber?
You think? But it was. I had not gotten up close to it. Last year, I was parking cars while that was going on.
Oh, wow.
When we had the similar deal. And,
well, they had people that came from Australia to be in this burnout.
It was nuts.
And I'm usually right there by the concrete barrier, and my arm is over the concrete barrier, and I was right there while I forgot who it was, the ice cream truck, the green ice cream truck hit the barrier right in front of me.
Oh, it actually hit the barrier. Really? I knew it was close. He
rode up on it, and I'm like right there as he went by.
Nice.
It was NSK's ice cream truck.
Yeah.
And I caught him as he went by, but it was literally right there.
Punt that camera into low Earth orbit.
You're like,
I'm doing this the whole time. I'm like, let me get the footage.
The frosty ice cream truck. I started following that on social after seeing it at the event, right? And unfortunately, I missed it. When I got there, it was probably 3 or 4 cars into the competition. But I think they hurt the motor at Vegas. If I read that post, I saw something on there where. I think they had a picture of some parts that weren't quite in the right places anymore. So
I walked up to it, tried to get a drumstick. Turns out they were out. They were fresh out.
They melted.
They sold them out.
So that was new to me, and I don't know how it's judged. I didn't get into the back
either.
part of all that.
I don't know. But on that one, I don't. I just I was there for the smoke. And the flying rubber.
I think you might have got a little bit of that, but. No, that was super cool, and to come from so far away, we had racers come from all over the country too.
Yeah,
right. I know we had them from California, and I don't think you can get much farther away.
For the day being not perfect for racing, they still got a lot of racing done though.
We did. We were able to get. We were able to get down. We did have to stop when we went to the burnout contest.
Yep.
We didn't have 2 sets of fire and safety. And EMS, so we moved them over to the burnout area for that. Okay. And unfortunately, that took us whatever that took. I don't know, was it 30 minutes?
Yeah, give or take.
Give or take.
It's fine.
To get them back over and get them reset.
Yeah, but we got through a bunch of rounds. And Friday. Oh my gosh, we worked so hard Friday. I teched, I think 95 cars Friday in the rain. Put the easy up, and I was joking. This is my tech building, and but it was fine. We got a ton of it done, and I thought we had most of it done. And then Saturday morning, there was a rush, like 30, 40 more cars didn't come out of the box because of the rain.
Right.
But as soon as I got done, then I was on the track trying to help dry. So cleaning drains, blowing out weepers, all that stuff, trying to get it in shape. And we just couldn't put anybody down on Friday, unfortunately. So Mother Nature won that. But I know the boys stayed. Jimmy, Sticky Mafia, and Blake stayed till probably early hours of the morning, Friday night, getting things ready, and then they were back in there. The rotator was screeching when I rolled in at 6:30 Saturday morning, so they were out there trying to get things ready and had it going, and so we got a lot of racing action in. I hate it when Mother Nature wins. It's a heartbreak, But
now with Mother Nature even and getting in some of the racing that we got done on Saturday, did we see any cool record breaking type of stuff at all?
We did. There was one that I know of for sure, and that was Wes Choate's team with the Scarlet Camaro. Set a new all steel on 235 tire, 8th mile, 431. We didn't get a mile an hour. There was a glitch with the clock. Oh. So the mile an hour showed up at like 11.5 or something, right? It's like,
it's hauling.
No, he was going significantly faster than that, right?
Yeah.
But no, 431 on a 26.85. So that's a 235. That's the size of the tire on your whatever mid-size small SUV or whatever.
My Malibu.
Right? Yeah, exactly. There you go.
The
so
Malibu is a drag racing.
It is. Now I know.
That was just ridiculous. And then like the GTRs and the R8s and those cars that that come out with whatever they come out with, then they ship them off and add.
They're into 1,000, 1,100 plus.
Put a few more. I think they had
bolt-ons.
Some of those were probably detuned to a couple thousand horsepower.
The guy, one of the guys I was talking to, his was at 2,700.
Yeah, because I know we had
GTR. Yeah, he was at 2,700.
I know. Yeah, the guy that came out with us at the pre-party for Boost and Barbecue, he was at 18, but I think he ramped it up as well. But yeah, it's crazy.
And of course, one guy, I'm like, so what are you at? He's like, well, depends. What tune are you asking about? I'm like,
Max.
the one you're racing at now.
Yeah, 11.
Yeah.
I don't know we had any on 11. Maybe,
That's right.
I don't know. But like, I asked one of the guys that I said, so what, how do you, like, it's just not natural. 3,000 horsepower, you know, it's not.
How do you even
I don't know
connect
how
that?
you keep the head on the thing or whatever, right? And he goes, here's what you do. He goes, you go buy the car for $150,000. You send it to, and he told me where, in California.
Yeah.
He goes, spend another $350, $400 or so. And he goes, it'll come back with 3,000 horsepower, and you can just tune it wherever you want. I got mine today. I think he said 18 or 1,900. I'm like, okay, cool. Jeez. Good to know. I think I'm not going to play that.
So we've been to a few of these like half-mile speed trap events. So like the airstrip attack events and things like that. By the way, you can catch some of those on Craving Cars on YouTube. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel.
/Craving Cars.
Bingo.
So,
but the ones that were there, there was the GTRs. They were hitting like some of the fastest ones. They're hitting 230 to almost 240 miles an hour.
Still,
They were half mile.
and still all-wheel drive.
And that's not at a launch. They're taking off slow on those, and then they get down a little bit, and then you just see them. They're gone.
well, that's the thing. Like,
And the one that won, I think,
Because normally dragsters are normally rear-wheel driven cars, and now all of a sudden, the last 10 plus years, they've now gone into all-wheel drive systems.
Do you see that drag cars a lot? Do you see all-wheel drivers? Is still mostly rear?
only that European type of
exactly.
the GTRs, the
newer
R8s,
models,
that sort of thing, right?
I mean, to put that down, that's crazy.
There's no fully purpose-built drag cars like
Not
funny
the-
cars and all that kind of stuff. Are they all still just rear-wheel drive still?
Yeah, primarily, yeah. I don't.
They probably don't need to be. I mean, when their tires are
But-
that big.
I mean, as
30 inches wide.
as the guy that before I went to the booth to announce with Justin, the guy that teched those cars through, right? I was probably having some pretty high level anxiety attacks standing up there looking at the scoreboards. You know, when you got those cars going through the traps at over 200 miles an hour.
That's crazy.
We might want to retech that, but I mean, no, it's insane how fast they are. They don't 60 foot real hard. They don't leave. I don't think they leave that hard.
They're not burning out. They
but
don't need to.
roll so hard through the middle and the top end. It's just ridiculous. The back splits on those
Their
things
launch
are
is
crazy.
quick. They don't need to really burn out to get grip because all four wheels
I tell you
are
what,
gripping.
though, one of them did. I mean, they all kind of did a little bit, but one of them did a full out like let it go,
wheel.
and he was smoking them. All four of them. And I'm
Well,
like,
there's
I
no
was
doubt.
Like, I was like, that must be the 2,700 horsepower
Sorry,
guy. That
you
must
put
be the
over
$2,700 guy.
1,000 horsepower down to all wheels. You're burning something.
Well, yeah, but I mean, on a regular pavement, sure, but like on the stickiness that these tracks are, it's a little more difficult, isn't it?
It's
and
pretty-
they're running slicks on them.
And we pre-talked about the stickiness. Let's go over
It's-
that.
yeah, so
that
that-
was pretty damn tacky. That track that day
Yeah,
on
and I have some
Saturday.
shoe-
I'm only talking Saturday.
Sure.
There's some shoe losing some
There was
surface.
there was a few shoes pulled off, right? I didn't see any socks go, but I saw a younger little guy that was out there with one of the crews who it was during some downtime. Actually, I think they were doing some track prep. He was stuck, like literally. So mom came over and got his feet off and then he got stuck again. But no, it's super tacky. I mean, we put I don't know how many.
People crane, so when someone's stuck, they can pick them up.
Yeah, we definitely want to tie them tight, and then you can't just lift your foot. You kind of got to peel it up, right? There's some tricks to how you can navigate.
If it's not your first rodeo, you understand. I think the first time someone's ever stepped on, they're gonna be like, "Oh dear."
Yeah. No, it's incredibly tacky. I don't know how many drums of glue we put down of track prep. I didn't count. I mean, a lot. I know. Probably a lot more than, and as cold as it is, then you got to start getting into the chemistry of things and adding some additional things in there to get that glue to
Keep
activate.
it glue.
Is that why they're going? Because they had some like cool little ordeal that was shooting flames. Is that kind of the reason for that to kind of
The
heat
torches,
helps stick
the
it?
torches.
Well, it can. Yeah, the tiki torch. I like that. Yeah. No, that's actually our scraper. But if we do get a bald spot, you can actually peel that rubber. You can scrape it, drop it on there, back, like drag it in, and then drag over it and rotate it and bond that rubber back. So that rubber,
pretty much like laying tar. You just move it from one spot to the other and do it that way.
You can do that, but primarily that device is used to scrape the rubber off. So when it rains, that rubber tends to want to delaminate from the cement. So we have to take it all the way back down to bare cement, then start building it back up again. That little thin layer of rubber that's on the track is actually, I don't know, think of it like a rubber band almost. It's a living, moving, you wouldn't think so, but it is. And the colder it gets, that's why the track gets tighter when it gets colder.
Yeah.
Because the rubber doesn't stretch as much. It's less pliable. So the thing that like spins me is like if there's anything on it, any kind of liquid whatsoever, it goes from taking your shoes off to having you fall down in some comedic way, like Looney
ice
Tunes.
rink.
Oh, it's incredibly slick. I mean, even a little sprinkle of water.
Yeah.
You know,
which we had
we
a
had
lot
some
that
of those, and that's why I'm sure, man.
which is hard to control, right?
Apologize to the
Yeah.
to the fans and that and the crews and the racers and all that. We can't control it, but
Yeah.
you're sitting there. You go, why aren't cars going down the track? Why are we sitting here? Why there's nothing going on? Because it was raindrops at the finish line
Yeah.
or a few sprinkles at the 8th mile. Now, personally, I went on a ride. Don't recommend it, by the way. And I will never stage another drag car if there's raindrops on my windshield. Because it's a really bad idea. Because it left just fine, front wheels hanging in the air, but then when it got to where the raindrops were,
Yep. Now it
hey,
hits.
dummy, the car's shielding the tires. I had 18 feet of nice prep track, right? And then, second gear was interesting. I saw both grandstands. Didn't hit the wall, thankfully, but and that car wasn't that fast. It was whatever.
So you kind of went, a little bit of mad,
Well, not that fast to you, baby.
a little poo shot out.
6 second, whatever.
Well,
8th
that's
mile
pretty
car.
good. Okay, so 12-second car. So typical
Yeah, it
car.
was a
So it's like my golf.
10-second quarter mile.
Pretty much.
My golf
Yeah,
speed.
pretty much.
There you go. Yeah. So you
or
could
take.
make one
That's a
that
good one.
fast.
Give or take like a lot.
So that's the hard to really grasp,
Oh, yeah,
Anything is on there. And you even have to be careful when you're working on the track. If you walk out there to assess the situation, you think there's liquid, that you don't walk right into it and try to stop, because you will go down. Yeah. I have seen track personnel go down in a heartbeat.
Sure.
So,
Well, then you don't want to track it all that. If it's on the bottom of your shoe, then you're tracking it back through it.
and it's so even and if you see, we have a thing, I guess, if you're on the track and you'll see everybody scuffing shoes, right? You can scuff your shoes and still there could be a loss of traction there, and it could still feel tacky. So you'll see, Blake and Jimmy and whoever's on the, you see them, drag their hand across the track, and if you see the glove come off and then they do the hand drag, that's usually not a good sign. Because then, if there's
They're
anything
questioning
there,
how
if
good,
there's
how-
anything
yeah.
there at all, then it's time to take a little break and do a little cleanup. And
Yeah, right.
even the finest mist of oil will, we don't want to wad any
Detrimental
of those.
when you're running that fast.
you can't go down. They just won't. And the last thing we want to do
you
is
just got to drag race more EVs, and you want the oil problem.
Well, they put more power down quicker, so it's even worse. But that leads into another thing we talked about pre-show, was because of the cancellations that's going on due to weather or whatever else is going on, right? You canceled a couple big shows. Not
did.
you, but
Right,
unfortunately
right.
Flying H has had to.
no one has figured out
Things happen.
how to engineer a
wet-
like a stadium where you could just roll the top over, right?
Yeah, put a hood, right? Bill. Yeah, there you go.
It's only money.
Let's see, 4,000 feet of a roof. I don't think, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
Okay, so let's put this in a
Why
quarter
not?
mile inside Arrowhead Stadium if it had a dome, right? How many of those do you need?
Yeah,
Two?
three.
Three?
Three, yeah, probably.
Three Arrowhead
two,
stadiums
two for sure.
with a roof on.
Yeah, two for sure.
That's
Maybe not quite as wide.
Yeah,
though.
it's fourth.
Yeah.
It's just
Maybe
short
not
of
quite as wide.
just short of 4,000 feet from stem to stern.
It's just
so.
going to
out of the question.
take a few more. Just reach into the pockets.
Yep.
Get the loose change out.
Right.
Move the cushions off the
I was just
couch.
gonna say, pull the couch
see what
cushions.
you can
Talk
find.
to Johnson County. I
Yeah,
mean, they got
maybe
money.
we could talk to the
Look
guys at
underneath
Auto
your
Beauty
car
to get the
seats.
change from under the seats.
Yeah,
maybe.
the
I
car
don't know.
seats even, because it slips, I'm just
Suck up the
saying.
extra money. You never know.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Trump, hey.
No, it's
No, it's
it's just so frustrating when that happens, and
Oh, for sure.
and then if you can't, our conditional use permit, right? We have a curfew too.
Yep.
It's so, and it's really, it's like hundreds of dollars a minute is my understanding after the
After
clock
you go over
strikes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Cinderella turns to a pumpkin or whatever that thing is, right? So that's, I hate it when you're into a big race and you have to split.
Pretty sure she doesn't turn into the pumpkin.
And I know, well, whatever that is, I don't know. Somebody does. Is it a frog? Is it a prince? Is it I don't, you know what? My kids are all grown up.
She turns back in the rags.
Yeah.
So,
but no, I agree. There's a lot of things that you can't control as an organizer of, even though it's your space, it's
Correct.
not your space. You have regulations, you have guidance, you have landowners, you have all that stuff around you have to abide by.
and sometimes we have like other promoters too that will put on a show, right?
Correct.
And so when they come on, it's essentially a track rental.
It's a contract.
We still support it,
That's
right?
right.
I mean, we have our people there, but
Right.
they bring their
Of course.
crews in, and then they drive the event.
That's right.
So some people say, well, why don't we finish tomorrow? Why don't we finish on Sunday? That organization,
The promotional guys.
the promotional, the person, the people that are putting it on, they absolutely have a hard rule. They
Yep.
never run on Sunday.
Yep.
Period.
Right.
Because their teams come from all over the country. They need to get back to their day jobs because even, like a lot of these pro mod guys, they got day jobs, man. They run or own businesses.
Yeah.
They work super hard to field those cars, and they got to load that stuff up and beat feet and get back to, I don't know.
Yeah, wherever state they're
wherever
coming from, right.
home is, right? I mean, I know
sure,
we had
right.
people, the Midwest Drag Racing Series, and we had them in with the pro mods.
Yep.
From, Montana, from, South Texas, all around. I mean, that's stretching the
They still
Midwest a
have
little
jobs.
bit. That's
Right. I mean,
Yes.
you might think they make great money on the track, but 99% of that money goes back into the car. It is not their daily job. They're not
sure
walking
they-
home.
it might be
I'm
in
sure there's a few
excess
that-
of 100%. I'm not
Well,
sure.
okay,
I'd have to talk to them about that.
95%. I
Yeah.
would think it all goes back.
Point
to
one
that.
of them panhandle.
But one
For
thing,
parts.
Yeah, I would do.
Yeah.
They sell T-shirts.
need money
They-
for
they
race
just
car
said-
parts.
Yep.
There you go.
That could be the next sign on the little walkway at Vegas. Be like, I mean, I've seen some pretty incredible ones that we probably shouldn't mention here.
That's
but
right.
Is this a
I work
family
for
show?
T-shirt sales. I put that on the back of our race car.
But no, that's the biggest thing that we really struggle with is weather.
Yeah.
And it's it's not just it quits raining. From the minute it stops, if it's we look at radar and we're clear till whenever.
Things
We're-
change. It's
We're
Missouri.
a couple hours at the very best scenario. We're a couple hours from sending cars down the track.
That's right.
So we got to get out there first,
get it
sweep
dried up.
all the water off, the liquid water, get it off into the drains, then take the blowers out, get it blown dry, then start that whole rebuilding process.
Yeah.
So
Get it all nice
I mean,
and sticky
it's-
again. And
yeah, it takes a ton of work.
you guys got the equipment
You
to
know,
do it.
I don't think I've
That's
ever
for sure.
seen anybody do a deep dive behind the scenes prepping a drag strip
It's
anywhere on YouTube. I don't think I've ever seen it.
I don't
Where
know.
Have you
if
searched it?
day of and go from there. I don't think I've ever seen it.
It'd be interesting. It'd be
It's,
interesting to kind
it
of.
would be interesting. I know there's a couple guys that are doing actually like schools or training for that,
Yeah.
for the proper way to do it. And I mean,
It's always got to teach it, right?
it
You can't-
used to just be, everything. When I used to race all the time, everything was no prep. I mean, if
Well,
you want
you
to
just-
glue, you just squirt a little on your back tires
you
and
go.
burn through. There's a track prep.
Light
right?
'em up.
Yeah, it's let everybody do enough burnouts to put a little rubber down, and then you take your little bottle of glue, you put it right in front of your step, burn with that, and then go, right?
As the horsepower increases and the
Yeah.
chassis science and all this technology,
Yeah, that was
that's
my
come
next
in,
question. I'll let you finish though.
It requires depending on what you're going to put down. Like if you put down a really good radial prep or small tire prep, so we had some really bad fast small tire cars there too.
Right.
Malibus.
That we can't talk about ETs because I don't know, the Facebook stalked me probably. I don't know what would happen. I mean, I think they all got a pretty good idea what each other runs, but
Yeah.
But you do a really good radial prep, you can't get a fast slick car tire down the track. They'll tire shake because that tire will stick. So those like 3.5 second pro
So it
mods to
depends
the
what you're
eighth mile.
running. Like if you got a majority of one, you're prepping the tracks differently then.
So you see the tractors running all the time. People are like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, why
Yeah.
are we racing Kubotas, right?
Right.
Well,
I got a great video of the Komodo's race. I'm like, look at these things launch.
you put Blake behind the wheel.
so
That's right.
Quick. He's quick.
I think I do a
I think it's turboed.
So
Got a pro charger on it.
So when you're switching classes, you got to run the tractors because sometimes you're taking a little bite off, so you can get the slick cars down.
Gotcha.
Right. So otherwise they just dead hook, and you'd think that'd be a good thing, but it's not.
It's not.
They
No,
run on controlled wheel spin.
Yeah.
Wheelie bars in the old days used to be something that kept the car from really like back bumper, right?
Yeah, going
It's a
hoods
chassis.
up.
It's a chassis tuning thing today. And it's their sole purpose really is to get the car up on the tire and get the tire round. Because when they hit it, it wants to go flat on the bottom. So it's D-shaped. Well,
So they're pretty low pressured anyway, right? The tires are pretty low pressure, which is why they D-shape.
Yep. Yeah. So the wheelie bars are used to steer the car a little bit at the launch and also get it up on the tire. That is what we call it, right? So the tire's round, and then you can lay into the power.
Not
from there.
so much of them flipping backwards.
Not so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, there's still some maybe cars or classes where you get into like super stock and stock eliminator, those kind of door cars. Yeah, those. Because they'll hang them 4 foot in the air, and it's just the prettiest thing ever, right? We always
I saw the photos that somebody shared of the Mustang going down. It was
he got it all. Yeah, he literally put it on the back bumper.
almost vertical.
Yeah.
Happens.
Yeah, Dirty Panda.
I didn't know that. So primarily the wheelie bars that you see off the back is really to balance out, not balance, but organize the back tires in such a way.
Yeah, so when it hits, right? I mean, of course, these chassis they're infinitely adjustable now, like down to the I don't know.
Oh yeah,
less than a millimeter probably, right? I mean, almost maybe thousandths of an inch, but you can have that car behave in a number of ways. You can have it drive the front end up. You can have it drive the front end down. All that can happen with the angles of the bars.
Yep.
But if torque ruled and there was nothing else, right, the car would potentially uncontrollably wheel stand.
Just fly in the air.
But if you watch, they'll put the measuring tape, or they got wrenches with graduations on them and they'll put that down there, and you'll see that they're not setting those oftentimes the same height.
Right.
Because they're
not
using
level.
They're using that a little bit to offset that torque at the hit, so it straightens the car and helps get the car to launch straight. There's a couple ways you can do that. You can put rear steer in.
If you don't go straight, you can be like you and looking at the grandstands and don't care.
Yeah, no, it's not a good idea. Good sponsor exposure from the starting line, though. Both sides of the car.
Hey, just want to make sure you guys all in. There we go.
Yeah, no. So it's incredibly it's incredibly difficult to get them
Yeah.
ideal
We have any
conditions for all.
questions
We have
you want to
some
go?
questions.
Yeah. Let's go through some questions.
First off, we got Will is why we racing Kubotas. That's what they're using to prep the track up and fix the track up. So that was a joke. It was just a joke.
Right.
Two different ways too, right? The
Joke.
flat drag and then the rotator, which
is like a big brush that's just cleaning off.
It's got reverse rotating giant drag slicks on the
Tires,
back.
right? Yeah.
So that
Hoosiers on it.
creates an incredible amount, as you can imagine.
But then on the front side, there's a brush.
Yes.
Okay.
So we got the
On the
brush.
front one, yeah.
Yeah, we use that
follows
more.
with the-
Use that more if we need to take a little bite off, or if there's whatever debris, of course.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
Or
But on
there's,
the back of the one,
people
has
in the way,
the
they just
giant
sweep 'em up.
They're literally
Yeah.
they're specially made for the rotator, but they're the same tires you run on a Pro Mod.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
Only they're rotating backwards as
Right.
the tractor's going forwards.
I thought they were
so we
drag
get a-
bars
we get a
keeping
lot
from
of-
flipping over.
So we were
with the things going by.
Yeah, and no, I can't believe it hasn't self-destructed.
All right, we've got Mark from Ohio. He's asking, have you ever raced in Norwalk, Ohio?
I have not, and it is a bucket list track for me.
Is it now?
It is for sure.
Where do you put that in placement? Now, if you haven't been there as bucket list, where do you put that in? Like, is it in your top 10 tracks of the nation? Top 5? Where's that
Oh
sitting?
man, I would say from a I don't know the facility other than seeing it on whatever
Yeah.
TV and whatnot, right?
Okay.
From a management perspective, I think I got to put Bill Bader at the top of the heap. I think he's probably the top guy. If you need to know anything about drag strip operations, he would be the guy, and he is absolutely.
All right, get him on the phone.
He is. I actually. So get this.
Wait a minute. What?
Get this.
What?
So get this though.
What's that number?
At the national event, it's been a few years ago. At the national event, Bill got on live TV
No.
and said, "My name is Bill Bader. This is my drag strip, and I want you to have a great experience. And if you're not, this is my personal cell phone number, and put his cell phone number on national TV.
Oh my!
Wow.
And I texted him about 5 minutes later, and I said, dude, you are a class act. You're a, he's really serious about it. I mean, and he built it literally when he took it over from his father. Like, I think it was on the brink of whatever implosion, right? And he has built an empire.
Okay.
So, Night of Fire, bucket list. Wow. I can't wait to get there.
Yeah. That's where you walk the talk when you put yourself out there like that. That's a good thing.
And I might, you know what, the ice cream scoop thing, so at their national event there, they do one of the things that the track has is the ice cream scoop trophy deal, right? I'm more interested in the pound of ice cream, but that's just, I didn't get this fat by
a lifetime supply of ice cream.
Do you get some ice cream with that? Because is it in the trophy? You're gonna kind of. Do you know what the track record has been as top speed so far on Flying H?
That's a quarter mile, right?
Top
let's
speed,
do quarter
mile.
We don't care about eighth.
Well, you know.
I mean, some people might.
You're only half done at the 8th mile, right?
Yeah,
so why do you want to quit halfway through the race?
Yeah, you're just like.
I'm trying to think what. So we had the nitro cars there.
Yep.
This year, and
wasn't that the first NHRA?
First time, I think, in the state of Missouri. I know it was the fastest ever side-by-side nitro passes in the state, period. So that was kind of a cool milestone for us. And I'm going to tell you, when you're on the second floor in race control at night, when the header flames are at eye level, there's nothing like that, man. But
it's 2 floors up.
It might not be quite that high, but it sure looks like it's in your face.
Yeah.
And you can even still feel it in your bones in the tower. But
I imagine.
I think Chad Green unloaded a 380 something to the 1,000 foot though at 3. I don't remember what the top speed was. 320 something, I want to say.
Oh, Jesus! So
and that was in the
quicker than a
car.
Prius.
Just a tiny bit, yeah. I think
faster than your Porsche, a little slower than my Audi.
How many volts in the Prius though? I don't know. Was it on 48 or was it on?
It's probably 36.
Doesn't matter. Pitch the hybrids, guys. Get rid of them.
So 300 plus miles an hour, probably the top on that track for full quarter mile.
Yep, quarter mile. We have had. Amazing. I know we had pro mods. We did quarter mile Mania pro mods this year, and they were like that close to 250. Like 248, 249 to the quarter. Conditions weren't the best. It was like one of those.
But they're still in what, the fours?
They ran 570s to the quarter. Now, I will say this right now. Maybe as we speak.
In high school.
Yeah, high school
I did
parking
570 in the 15 feet.
Not how fast you flip a quarter.
The 15 feet. I was running.
So
I did 15 feet, 5.7.
Yeah, I might be able to do that.
I was running pretty fast.
Yeah, that's probably about my speed right now.
I think I had a cast on and some crutches, but you know.
Wow, so pro mod probably around that
570s, 250. Call it 250,
250-ish.
Right? So
okay.
Nice.
Jimmy Taylor though has like broke the internet here recently, so he's probably potentially, and this is going on this weekend out in Maryland. He's potentially might be able to do.
Can you put any more words out there that aren't really locking him in?
He's going to try to go 499. He's going to try to go 4 something to the quarter mile in a pro mod in a suspended door car.
Ooh, wow.
I mean, he shattered the 8th mile record, and so now he's gunning for that quarter mile. And you know, I think the bets. Yeah, there's probably odds. You know, I know FanDuel's not live yet, but
isn't it?
Hold on.
I thought it was.
Is there any
December 1st? I think.
Okay.
Are there any records set for a Mercedes Sprinter van on Flying H?
You could
look at our van.
You could hold the record
for the all-wheel drive Mercedes Sprinter van.
It's 4-wheel drive, not all-wheel drive. Thank you very much. It's rear-wheel drive when you don't have it selected.
Sorry.
It's
I think you could. I think you could hold that record. I do.
When we got to schedule this.
That's one thing. That's one thing.
We got to get it filmed and show it. This is right now the Flying H record for Sprinter vans.
But you know what we've seen, just not making fun of it, but it's what we've seen is there's a lot of interaction within Kansas City around just the street mods, or street cars.
Yeah, street cars.
Where certain people will come to the track and just race open. Hey, bring your car out, no matter what it is. Let's race it. What's that look like?
Almost like an old school, like high school drags kind of thing that we used to have.
Screaming for more of that. Like we did a couple of Thursday night, just grudge and test and tune nights, and I mean, it was a total hit, right? And we got like everybody on the internet. You need to do this more. We can't.
Yep.
There are a lot of guys that just want to come out, take the car down the quarter mile. They don't want to compete. They don't care about winning money. They don't care about having anybody in the other lane.
Let me see what my car does.
I want to see what it does. And I would tell you, if you haven't done it, like, and I coached up a lot of first timers, because I want them to know kind of what to expect, right?
Yeah.
But my advice is always, man, just before you stage, take a deep breath. And then bump the car in, because you're never going to have another first time. And
that's right.
I don't care if you run an 18-second quarter mile or if you run an 8-second quarter mile. There is nothing like that first pass.
Yep. I remember when I took my Audi out to Topeka.
It kind of makes me want to do it over and over again.
I did. It was the first time I've ever been on a drag, and I had an R8 next to me. And you're right, the heart, adrenaline, everything.
Oh my gosh!
I was just like, you know what? I already know. I don't care if I win or lose. I just want to enjoy the moment, and I had an amazing time.
It is.
The first car I've ever taken to an actual drag strip, not just some street, was with a Golf GTI, bone stock. Yeah. It's still, you go down it, you're like, I can do better than that. You just want to keep going. You want to go, I can keep going.
I got to work on the launch. I got to get the launch down.
I got to launch like this.
That's right.
And I put it in this mode now. And not so it's
that's a lot of what happens.
And that's just a basic, like a hatchback. It's just a daily hatchback car, and I was like going nuts with it.
The late model stuff too. Like,
there you go.
You get like, oh, it's my first time, and then all these cars, almost all of them now have some kind of launch control.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
It's tricky. You know.
Well, there's 3 or 4 processes you have to go to lock it in.
Yeah, click your heels together. Whatever you got to do, right? Say we're not in Kansas anymore, whatever. But and you'll see these cars, they'll like stage, and you're like, oh, well, it didn't leave. Why didn't they launch, right? Well, it probably went into limping.
That's right.
And because something timed out or it wasn't timed enough.
Yep.
The Teslas, I know that they've got a little bit of trickery. I don't understand it exactly.
There's some lockout. If you don't do it within 10 seconds when they say go, you can't go.
If you hold the brake and put your foot on the gas on a lot of these cars for more than a few seconds,
it times
just
out.
Blah, right? It goes to
it's trash.
You only got so much time for it.
And that's what I learned.
I got launch control in my car.
Yeah.
It's my left foot on the clutch.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's my launch control.
Which is a different thing, right? Because we talked about the newer cars coming into play, like the GTRs, the R8s, those kind of things, bringing in 1,200, 1,300, 1,400 horsepower. They're still relying upon the technology built into the car to launch control, right?
We need to bring back some analog racing.
Yeah. So, which is why the analog racers, right, are used. They're like, that's just overcomplicated. But there's still some skill built into the technology of today's new cars.
Oh, for sure.
You got to learn how to do three things at one time.
I think that like we're in the midst of the best muscle car era ever right now.
I think so.
And everybody always said, good old days are long gone, whatever. No, they're here right now.
Yeah.
You can go to your Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, or whatever, Mopar dealer, get yourself a payment book and come out
He meant German.
And go whatever, anywhere, right? I mean, whatever your flavor is.
The amount of horsepower you get out of cars nowadays is unheard of. I never would have thought they'd come from production cars.
And as soon as, I know. And as soon as you get that needle, because it's worse than a drug.
Oh, it's
right?
a bug.
It's
a
worse than a drug.
So, you got to think. You're growing up in the muscle car era. And granted, we took a bit of a hit in this country when the emissions things really kicked in the 70s, okay? But before that, I mean, we got big V8s, little V8s, medium-sized V8, whatever. And they're doing, 350, 400, 450,
turbos,
whatever horsepower. And you're thinking, man, they're the muscle cars. They got nothing. They are quite slow compared to the nowadays. In essence,
insane.
Like when the Hellcat first came out, and you're thinking, this is 707 horsepower. Since when does a car come off a dealership with 700 horsepower that's not highly modified for a drag strip? That was unheard of. You would never get that kind of horsepower.
That was the first car. I was actually at Indianapolis Raceway Park when that car first came out, and there was a whole bunch of them there on test and tune night. And I happened to have a Hemi rental car. I don't know how that happened, but they dared me to take the plates off it and run it down. But anyway, this guy was trying to get into the nines with that Hellcat, and he had it like it went, I think, 992 or something like that.
Oh, I'm about to say, because didn't the
on
Demon
a little
didn't
tiny,
the Demon do that?
like 8-inch slick or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
And
But didn't the
so-
Demon do that out of the box? If you get the little, you got to get the dollar option. You get the crate, and then you swap the tires
that's right.
over.
That's right.
And then didn't that get it under 10?
Does that make a
Now,
difference?
I mean, now, like you can.
It did, because you got the
It's-
skinny front tire and the big the
It's
slick.
just not natural. Like in the muscle car days, the 60s, right? Super Sport Chevelle. You know, whatever. I don't know what it was making when it was on the street. 500-600 horsepower tops, probably. You know, it's shaking and your eyes are watering at the stoplight. It's loading up. It's overheating. It's doing all this stuff. Now, you know,
you get your air conditioner blowing.
You got the air on, getting 25 miles to the gallon on the way out to Flying H.
Oh, hold on a second. Let me get my Apple CarPlay and get some music going.
Right. Let me get the right launch intro going.
Google, give me direction to the other side of the drag strip, please.
Right. How fast can I make this run? AI.
You literally would like spend years trying to get a early muscle car to go fast. All you got to do now is drive it across town, throw a Whipple at it, a turbo or two, and that thing just turned into an absolute monster.
Yeah,
I mean, it's an easy 9-second player.
So do you think technology has lost the old school guys in drag racing, or
I think there's enough.
or do you think they're
keep cars still?
Or do you? No, I get that, but I think the way technology is moving so quick, to be honest, do you think the old guys are not fans of the way racing might be today, based off of what's coming into play?
I think the sport is splintered in a way, in a good way.
Yeah.
So, and what I mean is, like, I always joke, I'm a carbureted guy in a fuel injected world, but you know, I know my way around a Holly pretty well. The Holly fuel injection, you probably don't want me behind the keyboard.
Put a good rubber on there. You go.
Right.
But no, I think there's so many different disciplines, right? So, and even, I mean, there's not. I mean, we see carbureted cars, you know, every weekend at the track, but you know, it kind of depends what it is. But I mean, a lot of people have gone from old school carburetors to modern fuel injection on even an early.
You mean older
car.
guy?
Yeah.
I keep saying older, but the older
So you should just
generation
say-
of guys that used to
came up-
carburetors, they know
Carburetors and dual point
fuel
distributors.
injections.
Just
Yeah.
say people like me. Just say that.
People like us.
No, you.
Yeah, I wouldn't. To
this
be
is an
honest,
experienced
I
hair.
would be lost if I went back in the carburetor
No.
world.
You're the old man here, not me. So just say
Well, I
people
didn't
like
even bring you into the
So people
conversation.
like me, are they getting lost in the electrical
No,
world?
in the racing world,
I might
we're not
flip
racing.
you for that.
But do you,
We're not talking about Eric.
do
Eric's
you
not
think
old.
there's a gap there where
experienced.
the guys that are used to racing carburetors, just maybe modifying to EFI, in that kind of thing, versus guys that come in off the dealership with a 2026 Hellcat,
I think
and throws a Whipple on it?
I think there is, but I think they all, I don't know, somehow they all blend together. I mean, now you can literally get bolt-on self-tuning. I've not tried it. You know, probably not safe for me to go out of the house with it, but I just think there's a lot of different disciplines to get to the same way, to get to the same place, right?
I think if you got a younger person nowadays with a newer car going to a drag strip with an older person with an older car, they're going to get along just as good as they are the next peers, because they're in there doing the same thing. They're like-minded. It's just one guy's older, so he thinks the older way. One guy's he thinks the newer way. But in essence, their thing is they're going to line up and they're going to go down that damn strip as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to line up what we see in the car show era, right? Where you got the older gen, just classic car. Look, I had this since 1965. Versus the guy that shows up with a Hellcat, and they're segregated, right? They keep themselves up.
I see what you're saying.
I was wondering if that's the same thing that you're seeing in the racing world.
Yeah, I think there is a separation there. But those lines are blurring because now it's so easy to go fast.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, reality sinks into your brain. I mean, you can't see the guy smoke you every weekend driving a Chevy Malibu.
I will say though, from watching the newer cars to the older cars were louder.
Oh, they were.
They
Yeah.
were more impressive. Like there was more work done to them to get them to go faster than the
And
newer
it's-
cars.
it's
like what you were
still-
talking about, just throwing a whip.
It's still instant on. Like you whack the throttle on a big block Chevy with 2 4-barrels on it, it'll lay you back in the seat just like that, right? You go take a modern muscle car and you whack the throttle, and there's a chance, depending on how it's set up, it's not going to leave that hard because it's trying to protect itself, especially as
correct.
built.
Correct.
As it's built,
Correct.
right?
Yep.
Correct.
Management will slow
Because
that
you can't
thing
remove the
way
computer.
down.
The computer wants to be in control.
So, and then certainly you can work around that. You can do aftermarket. You could do tuning. You do all that, right?
Yeah,
but as built,
a computer's controlling it.
like
not
you whack the
you as a
throttle on the
mechanic.
car today, and it's like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Oh, here we're starting to go now, right? If you did that with an early model car, tuned properly, man, you're halfway down the block.
track.
Yeah, halfway
Right.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
We
it's,
had there
it's
was
all fun though.
One of the old cars.
And it should be fun, and it should be educational, not just for the young guys, but the old guys as well.
I
Because
kind of hope it's fun. I don't think anybody's racing because it's not fun.
Well, there's that
I don't know. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen the segregation, and I keep bringing it up because I see it, where there's a generational
You do keep
gap.
bringing it up.
I know, because
Yeah.
I'm trying to make a point that there is a generational gap.
Always
and
is.
somebody needs to know the old guys have great technology. They know how to work on cars because they did it themselves. The new guys are used to, what can I download, do this, do that, buy a bolt-on, download, do this.
Oh, yeah.
Right? But they're not used to getting their hands dirty and get into the car.
See, I think that
not
started
saying they
with,
don't.
The Japanese, I think, market started the, hey, I'm just going to plug my lap at top
Oh,
into
I'm
the
sure it
and
did.
sit there
Right.
and
Right.
tune my car.
No,
Yeah.
but I get it because even today's old
Back
school
in the
racers are now dialing in, right? Because
Oh, yeah.
you got to have something controlling. Right now, you're getting a computer.
I saw it.
work.
No, I saw it. They would.
Yeah.
Some guy would. He would open the passenger door, and he'd had something. He'd plug his
Yeah, he'd
phone or
plug
something
in.
into real quick.
Of course.
Or there was something already there, and he clicked on a couple of buttons, set it down, probably just to make sure it was in the right tune or something. So I mean, even the newer, older school are still using tech today, right?
Okay,
Like newer
but
tech.
no, that's a good question. Are the old school guys are used to doing wrenching, dialing the carbs, dialing everything else without a computer? Are those guys even relevant anymore in the racing world?
I think they've been. I think they are, but I think they're employing the services of somebody else to turn the knobs.
So their
right?
car relies on a computer
Right.
to help them
and they've
dial
got,
things
and
in.
they'll have somebody. and I
Well,
know sometimes, like we have pro mods come in, let's say, right?
Sure.
Bring 20, 30, 40 of them in. There'll be guys there tuning 5 or 6 cars. One tuner.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Twisting
just
the
walks
knobs.
from car to
So
car to car.
Twisting the knobs.
Yeah,
Oh, we're going
that's
to
it.
load this tune
So,
up, right?
Chris,
Yeah.
from what you're kind of saying, I'm gonna kind of just throw this out that if you're not one that's stepping into the newer tech and you're not hooking a computer or some kind of tuning thing or something, and you're just old school.
you irrelevant?
No, let me take this wrench and I gotta move that carb just a little tune here. Then
Or,
those aren't. It's not that they're not relevant. I don't think they're really in the record breaking anymore because now they got so much newer stuff that's breaking the records or keeping up. Anybody doing that nowadays, I think they're just the hobbyists.
We see more. That's a good point. So we
Yeah,
see
yeah.
more of them in the handicap classes or the index classes, right? Where
Okay.
I'm not trying to rotate the earth, right?
Yeah.
I need to run 10-0 or I need to run whatever. 11-0.
Yeah, there's different things you
the
can do.
The vintage world.
You just got to
So
run
then
what
I
you
got
say
that.
you'll
Yeah.
run, and as long as you're
Correct.
running that and
Correct.
your pinpoint on, you can win.
I'm not trying to set a track.
competitions.
If I'm going
Right.
to set a track record in the on the small tire, I guarantee you that car's got all kinds
some
of
kind of computer
yeah,
built into
and
it
a
somewhere.
wizard pushing the keys on
Yeah,
the keyboard, right?
But there are those.
You don't
vintage,
want me on the because I just keep hitting the up
Yeah.
arrow. I just
So you're saying if you do want to do
Spin it out. Up arrow.
if you
It's
do
back
want
it down. Up
yeah,
arrow.
yeah, if you do want to do that vintage
I saw the
world,
grandstand sideways.
hand
Up arrow.
tools only kind of a deal, no computer systems at all. There are those kind of races still available.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And those cars, if you tune them, get them even close, they'll repeat. I mean, they're as competitive as anything.
Yeah.
They're no less competitive than,
What do you think? What do you think they
never really
do?
thought about that. Like in a handicap race or index race, I don't know.
Just straight carburetor or just anything you can tune manually without having a computer. What kind of races do those qualify under? And what times are they running in a
What's
8
this-
mile, quarter mile?
Different
Do you know?
competitions, basically.
Yeah, there's
right?
there's a lot. Yeah, I mean, probably all over the place. but-
like you can go out there with a Geo Metro,
sure.
an old 3-cylinder car, and you can compete as long as you're racing when you say you're gonna race, and you're basically hitting that number every time.
I dial a
You say,
20-second, whatever.
I'll do a
Yeah,
20-second quarter mile. And
what
it's
I'm
a different
trying to
kind of
think of
thing.
is like,
your
let's say,
trophies, I think, are smaller though when you win.
I get that. No, what I'm trying to say is, let's say you were racing in the 50s, right? That kind of model car. Does that still happen today?
We still see some. Yeah, and I mean they're competitive in those handicap categories. Certainly, I mean
So handicap means
60s maybe more,
Means
right?
you.
So I
Okay.
dial my own ET.
more the muscle car. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll I'll run a time trial and the car runs.
If you were to take
what
your
it
Audi
runs.
out
Yeah.
right now,
Yeah.
Chris, you would be in an extreme handicap.
I'd run at least 12.
You would need at least, I don't know how many people pushing it, but I mean,
I need 12.
12 put. Okay, 12
12
people,
people
12
pushing.
people
There's
power.
nothing worse though
12
than
people power.
watching that other car drive away.
Yeah.
While you're on, well, if you're on the chip, whatever.
Every
And
time I pull out of the
you're like,
driveway, I
oh
look
my
at that.
god, it's like, can I go? Can I go? Oh, the tree's finally coming. Right. I mean, it's so hard to maintain your composure and stay focused and get a good light without going red. It's really hard.
All right, so a couple real quick more things for you, Eric. Is someone had a question? Will Flying H bring like the high school drag thing back? Have they done anything with that?
We haven't promoted it. We do have a junior street category where you can actually, before you have your license, come and race in that category with a parent in the passenger seat coaching you.
Okay.
I'm taking note of that.
Typically street
Because
car, though,
so
right?
back in the
you're
day,
just taking
our drag strip in Kansas City was KCIR.
Yeah.
Right. Obviously, that's been shut down for some time.
I took a note of that because that's something that we talked about doing but haven't really planned, but I think we need to.
Yeah.
One thing
I
that
used to go to them just. I might. Well, at the time I was younger. I knew people maybe, and that maybe wasn't my school, but someone else. I just happened to know a friend. We would just go watch them. It was just fun.
my
just fun watching the kids
imagination, not my, I guess my fascination meter went into red. I pulled into the track and there was
Don't get too excited.
There's a giant
Calm down now.
There's a giant trailer there with a picture of a 68 Barracuda with the front wheels in the air, and it says LASD, and I'm like, what is that? Well, it's LA Sheriff's Department Motorsports.
Oh.
So we had, and this was really cool. This takes me like maybe right into the high school thing, right? How do we help the community bring people off the street and to the racetrack, right?
Yep.
How do we make it make sense, make it affordable, make it, a venue where they can come and be safe, and still, I'm going to say misbehave, right? I mean, you still have to follow the guidelines.
You gotta tolerate, but that's what the burnout tracks
do
were.
But these guys, it was Officers and Outlaws, and they had fully race prep. They brought 3, I think. They were all retired police department. One from Oklahoma, one from Canada, one from L.A., and I never had more fun. One of those cars was actually a Crown Vic that had been race prepped, caged, tubbed, all that.
I hope it still had the lights on it.
It did.
Nice.
And there was nothing cooler than, and you can see it on our Facebook page, Flying H Dragstrip Facebook.
Okay.
Those cars going down at night with the lights on
So
were
at Flying H,
spectacular. So that,
Facebook.
but that got me thinking, right? I want to get those guys back because they were awesome.
Yeah.
But I would like to get like Street versus the Heat or something, right? I like to get local law enforcement to come
That'd be cool.
out. If they would allow them to run a cruiser down, they don't have to our point, they've got to be fast. Let's just send them side by side with high school, whatever, right? I mean,
They'll show up just to show their car
maybe
going
we could
against a cop
repurpose
car.
the burnout garden
Right.
into the sideshow garden. I don't know. Just throwing ideas.
Okay. Well, I think that's something that'd be good. Do we have a lot of races already scheduled for next year?
The schedule's being put together. Nothing.
Is it posted?
Nothing formal yet.
Not posted.
Nothing's posted. Okay.
Private.
We have to work real hard to not get on top of everybody else around,
Okay.
right? So
Yeah,
we got jokers to
You
the left of
can't,
us.
you can't
clowns
build
to the
till they
right. No.
build, and you're not overlapping.
Yeah, so we don't want to be.
To stay on top of that, for someone that wants to go on and start looking at the schedule, where are they going? Facebook?
Facebook's probably updated more than, flyingHdragstrip.com, yes.
FlyingHdragstrip.com.
Yep, that's one. Or, follow us on Facebook, Flying H Dragstrip.
At Flying
And
H.
it's Flying H Drag Strip, 2 words. There's a phantom site out there that's 1 word, and it's not active.
Not you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just
Don't go to
needs
the fan site.
We'll share the links below when this show's over. So
But no,
Links in the
it's
description.
we'll get it posted up there. I
Okay.
think it'll be finalized certainly, if not before, probably around PRI.
Right on.
in a few weeks, right? So PRI there is usually when everybody comes out with what they're coming out with.
Okay.
But
Right
I
on.
can't wait for next year, man. I hate that the season's over.
Every season's got to end.
It does, and our season's coming to an end. We have our end of the year show coming up, so make sure you submit your dumbest cars ever
Yes.
for sure.
Dumbest cars ever made.
Eric,
ever.
we'd like to hear your feedback. You can post it in the comments.
Do you have a dumbest car
your
ever made? Do you got something in mind? that you
top
think-
of your mind.
I'm sorry.
Dumbest car ever made. What
Dumbest
do you think?
car-
What do you think?
I don't know about dumbest car.
No, we want dumbest.
In your definition, really? So in your mind, it might be dumbest. Someone else, they're going to be like, no, you're dumb.
Prius. I don't know.
There you go.
I just offended a whole bunch of people. If you go ugliest
Nobody
car, though,
on-
I
hey,
got the winner for that.
Nobody on this show did you piss off. That's all.
the first model Prius was uglier than sin.
Oh,
and
my
then
God.
they redesigned it and was
It's
like,
still
well,
ugly.
it's like putting lipstick on a pig.
It used to look like somebody hit it and just poof, right. It was like an A-frame.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh my God.
What's your ugliest Prius?
Aztec.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, I know. That's already on our
That's
list.
in there as the dumbest,
Yeah.
too. That's
There you go.
Yeah. What could be the dumbest?
All right, we're going to call it the end of the show, though. But Eric, we appreciate
what do
you
you-
coming
whoa,
on
whoa,
for
whoa.
sure.
I appreciate you
What are
having me.
you going to call it?
End of the show.
Oh, okay. We're going to call it the end of the show. The end of the
Eric,
show.
we do
So long
appreciate
for
your
now.
time.
Yeah, thanks,
it was
Eric.
great talking to you. Thanks so much for spending all the time going
Awesome
into
stuff.
what you know. You
Appreciate
do a
you.
great job out there at Flying H, and we are excited to go back next year.
I can't wait to have
He's
you
got to
back.
be able to get through the doorway. Don't make his head too big. No, we do appreciate you, Eric. But we do got to sign out for the day. Once again, we have sponsors that are down below. Notice there's a Flying H Dragstrip right down there. They're really awesome people, so check them out. FlyingHDragstrip.com or find them on Facebook. Flying H Dragstrip, 2 words, because you don't want to go to the Phantom one because that sucks. You don't want to do that.
You don't
And that
wanna
way, they got some schedules that should be coming out soon. Whatever soon means, that's what it is.
whatever they put out. There you go.
Either way, awesome stuff. Next week. Sorry, there was an article I want to talk about EVs not being into the world, okay? Because there's things coming out that aren't EV,
Hybrids.
which is awesome. It's not.
Yeah, we do have to apologize real quick. Justin couldn't make it.
Continue.
Justin couldn't make it tonight, so we do apologize for that. He is promising to be on the show next week. He just couldn't get back in town in time, so we'll have him on next week, hopefully. So
We'll
pay
have a lot
attention to
more
that.
Boost
and barbecue
questions
side of
that way
things.
and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So
Yep.
awesome stuff. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. But either way, we are signing up for the day. Thank you so much. I'm Corey Pratt.
I'm Chris Ruck.
And to remember all you cravers out there,
Keep craving.